And really, like I said, guys, I'm going to give you guys the basics, the very, very basics of what it takes to build and to launch a business properly. Now, to get started, let me just know where everybody's from. Okay. Put in the chat, type really quick. You mute me, Gary.
My bad, Leonard.
It's all good. Let me know in the chat where you all are from. Type it in. I'd like to see how international these calls are. Philadelphia, Massachusetts, Australia. Let's go. DC, Canada, Indiana. Yes. I love when multiple countries are on the call. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you all for coming in, taking the time. So yeah, let's get started. This is the blueprint. Las Vegas, another Toronto. Let's go. Las Vegas, right there, the hub of the company. All right, guys, so let's get started. Break this whole thing down. So the blueprint, the very, very basic. So the first thing I'm going to want each and every one of you guys to do when looking to learn how to build your business is you're going to need a list. And you're going to need a list of prospects. So what's a prospect? A prospect is somebody who you believe may be interested in what we have to offer. And one of the beautiful things about our particular product is that it's something that anybody could use. Okay, it doesn't matter how much money a person makes. You could be a doctor or a lawyer. It doesn't matter. Forex has the ability to still 10x your income because it is a truly limitless source of income. There are 7-figure earners, even 8-figure earners a year that trade in this market. So it is something that can truly be given and shared to everybody. Okay, so often what I like to do is I want you to make a list of literally everyone you know first. Okay, don't discriminate. Just make a straight list of every single person you can think of off your head. I mean, open up your phone, go through your contact list, go through your Facebook friends, go through your Instagram follows, do whatever it is, reach out. And oh yeah, and guys, get a sheet of paper again to try to remember what I'm saying here, but go out, reach out and try and write a list of every single person you know. Okay. You want to have those people on a sheet of paper, not just, I don't want you to go get your cell phone and just try and use your contact list. That doesn't work. Okay. You need to have it on a sheet of paper, either physically, or you're going to want it on a Google Doc or a Microsoft, whatever you use. You're going to want a separate thing. It could be Google, it could be Microsoft, whatever, but you're going to want it either on a spreadsheet online, or you're going to want it written down on a sheet of paper. Okay. Now, what you're going to do with this prospect link is very simple. Again, like I said, think about everyone you know, but then what you're going to do is you're going to qualify those people. Okay. Because you're going to end up having to contact these guys, but I want you to qualify them in the order of which you think they'd be most interested. So if you know someone who's looking to learn how to trade, looking to learn how to invest, if you know someone who's interested in entrepreneurial type endeavors, if you know someone who is just really popular, very social, and knows literally hundreds of people, you want to put that person higher to the top. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is qualify those people. So you call them in that order. Okay, now at the same time, I don't want anybody to have a lottery mentality, right? So just because you qualify someone and you have some people in like your top 5, if those top 5 don't join, that shouldn't be a devastating thing for you. I don't want a lottery mentality, right? I want you guys to simply know that you are putting it in. I don't want you to have a lottery mentality thinking that one of those people you think are going to be great. I don't want you to think like, well, if I can just get 1, 2, or 3 of those guys, I'm good. Like my business is going to blow up. I don't want that mentality. What I will say is, in my experience, even though I always qualify people, it is often the people who I think are going to come in and just be kind of average that surprise me. In my experience, the guys who I think are going to be great, some of them do really well, but again, some don't. The lottery thought process of thinking that one person is going to blow up your business can lead to some bad things. So I don't want you to think like that is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Now, as you're going through and calling the people on your list, and we'll get through later on how to properly call someone. But as you're going out and calling people on your list and you're marking them off. Oh, Jude, I'll answer that question. Jude just asked, how do you qualify people? So what I mean by qualifying is recognizing when you're putting people on the list, if you think, put them in rank of who you think is going to be best. Understand you could very well be wrong, but call the guy who knows the most people first. Call the person who's already looking to learn how to invest first. Call those guys first. and then go to like the person who you haven't really spoken to them about anything like this. You don't know. Talk to those guys last. So you're just putting them in order of who you think is most likely to sign up, right? That's what I mean by qualifying. And as you call people and you talk to them, you want to write down how that call went, because you're going to have to follow up with that person later, right? But you want to constantly build that list, right? You never want to run out. Professionals in this business we have what we call rotating lists. Okay, we're constantly adding. So as I talk to 2 people or I get 1 or 2 no's, I went out and met 2 new people. I may have met them a month ago, but I met them, I found out their name, I've talked to them about what they want in life, whatever, they're on my list now. And so it's always rotating through. So I'm never actually running out of people to talk to. What I often say is we are professional networkers. So we have to network on purpose. That's what we do, is we meet people and we share this product for a living. That is what you do as a professional in this business. Okay. Now, when you are ready to start inviting someone to what we're doing, it's a very simple breakdown of how to actually invite someone to hear about what we're doing here at Epic. It's not hard at all. The main issue that gets people to have problems inviting people onto calls is simply that we talk too much. That's it. We talk too much. At the end of the day, it is not your job to explain what Epic is. A matter of fact, it's a bad thing to do. Even me, I'm doing the opportunity call tonight. I am more than capable of explaining every single part of Epic. I still don't do it myself because, well, there's a lot of reasons for that, but I don't want to talk to somebody about Epic and make them think that they have to be as good as me to join and be successful, right? I don't want them to think that. So I don't want to come out and just vomit information at them. My only job, our only goal is to show them, get them to an opportunity call, or get them to watch a video, okay, to show them the product that way. So the first thing we have here is I want you to be in a hurry. Okay, when you start off this conversation inviting someone to the product, you want to be in the hurry. And the reason you're in a hurry is this is very important, is it's psychological. Not psychological, it's strategic. Okay, because the first rebuttal that people give you when you ask them to come to a meeting or see something is they're going to ask you questions about it. You're like, hey, I want you to come see something. And they'll start asking you questions about what is it? How does it work? You don't want to be the one answering those questions. So by telling them you're in a hurry first and showing them that you're in a hurry first, it gives you an out to not answer any questions and force them to actually watch the video or go to the webinar. Okay. The other one is clearing their schedule, because that's the number 2 thing you're going to get, is you're going to get people saying they don't have time or they're busy during that time frame. Be in a hurry and clear their schedule first before you even tell them what it is that you want them to do. Okay. Next one is be confident. Now, out of everything I say ever in any training ever in life, this is by far the number 1 most important key to being successful in this business. Okay. If you remember nothing else, the number 1 most important thing that you should ingrain into your body is being confident in what we're doing. What I can say is this, guys, this Epic is teaching a skill set that can absolutely change someone's life. So there's no reason you shouldn't be confident in just sharing it with somebody, because it's only positive. And that confidence sells more than anything. Okay, that confidence sells more than anything. So go out, be confident. They feel that when you call someone and tell them to get on a call about something you're excited about, and they can feel and hear that confidence and that assurance in your voice, they're more likely to do it. They're more likely to trust you. Okay, that confidence is extremely important. Okay, and then you want to schedule a follow-up before they get off the phone. Okay, so don't send the video or get them on an opportunity call before scheduling a time to follow up with that person. Okay, the key is in the follow-up. There's a sales phrase for that. It's like the fortune's in the follow-up. That's what it is. Okay, so you want to make sure you are always following up with your person, and you set that up before they get on this call. So let's go over actual script. Now, this is the basic script that I've always used. I may, paraphrase it a little bit. But at the end of the day, it is pretty much exactly this. Okay, I'll hop on the phone like, hey, Johnny, how are you, man? Hey, cool. What are you doing at 6 o'clock? Or I'll say, hey, what's up, Johnny? How are you, man? I'm in a super hurry right now, but I was just wondering, what are you doing at 6 o'clock? Okay, cool. I want to show you. I'm launching. I wanted to show you what I'm launching, so I'm going to send you a link, and right after, I'm going to give you a call. Okay, I just want to show you something I'm launching. I'm really really hyped about it right now. So I'm just going to send you a link and just take a look at it. Okay, and afterwards, I'm going to call you, and I just want to see what you think. All right, man. Listen, I can't talk because I have to call like 4 more people before 6. But please just be on the call, okay? All right, cool. Bye. That's it. Yeah, I don't give any information. I don't give any information about what it is. Okay, and normally I don't stutter, but I got a message, and I stuttered half of things I was reading it. But so you go through that, and you literally just say the call just like that. Okay, you're just calling like, yo, what are you doing? I need you to get on this call. All right, what are you doing? Oh, you're busy? Because they could be busy. Say they're busy at that time frame. And then you try to reschedule for the next day, but they're busy every time you have a live call. Like, cool, you work at 6? Okay, no problem. Listen, I'm going to send you a YouTube video. Watch that instead. Hit me up right after, okay? Dude, it's lit. Just hit me up right after. And I send it to him. It's that simple, okay? The main thing is you want to show excitement and you want to show confidence, okay? Now, oh, and then you tell them, I'm going to call you right after. Let them know you're going to call them right after. If they say, you could say something like, oh, okay, and are you free right after? I'm going to call you right back after you see it. And if they say something like, oh, no, I'm not going to be free after, I'm going to be with family. Well, then schedule when you're actually going to be able to properly follow up with that person. Okay? You want to let them know you're calling them back. Now, again, with the calls, we have discovery.wclinks.com. That's every day at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. EST. We also have we have a midday one. I believe it's at 3, I believe. And then we also have our videos. Now, you should all have the Epic app. If you don't, download it. It's in the App Store. It literally just looks. Y'all can't see that. That's not gonna work. It's an app with the Epic sign on it. All right. So get yourself the Epic app. Inside there, you're gonna be able to hold on. Inside the Epic app, you're gonna have access to videos that you can send people. One being an opportunity call. An opportunity presentation. It breaks the whole thing down in 10 minutes. Okay, it's super simple. And one of the great things about sending it through the app is the app will keep track of who you send it to and help you schedule follow-ups because it'll all be set up in the system. Okay, with the system to help you manage those messages. It will also let you know when they finish the video. So you can actually look through your app and it'll tell you if their person actually watched it or not. It's great, right? So use that app. Otherwise, get them on one of our calls. Now, once they've been on the call, you have to call them back. You got to follow up with that person. And this is, as they say, the fortunes and the follow-up. This is extremely important. So write this next bit down, okay? I do not want you to ever ask a question such as, how did you like it? Cross that off the list. Never ask them how they liked it, okay? Never ask them, what did you think? Don't ask that. I know I said that in the call. I want to know what you think, but you're not actually going to ask them that question later. Okay. You don't ask them that. Okay. Because you want to ask a question that leads toward positivity always. Okay. If you ever heard anything talk about how to do, you want to start off with yeses. You want to start off in a good place. So what you ask first is, what did you like best? I'm not asking you what you didn't like. I'm asking you what you liked best. Because then they have to tell you something they liked. And then you take and you lead the conversation from there. Okay? You lead that conversation from what they liked best. Now, find out why they liked it, what goals they have that might drive them to like that particular thing. If it was Forex, what part of Forex did they like? How could it possibly help change or benefit their life in some way? Okay, same thing if it was the building, if it was binary options, whatever. Find out how that could benefit their life. Now, once you start talking to them and you're talking about the positive sides of what they liked, simply ask them this: on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you on moving forward? Okay, it's an easy way to ask for the close, ask for the sign up without it sounding overly pressury. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you on moving forward? Now, this is also very important. This is super important. No matter what number they give you, it could be a 4. Your response is, oh, dude, that's awesome. Most people don't rank it that high. That's beautiful. I'm happy you're interested. No matter what the number is, it's always a good number. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, if they say something like an 8 or 9 or a 10, you might be able to sign them up right then and there. If they rank a 4, they got a lot of questions. Okay. They have a lot of, my average is actually around a 7 or an 8. So like if they really are ranking it a 4, they have a lot of questions. Because I will say this as well. Again, with what we're offering, Forex has been around for years, even though it's just now kind of getting in the public limelight. And someone may have some false beliefs about what Forex is or about what trading is in the currency markets. They may not understand the business model. They may not understand how trade alerts work or whatever. There could be questions, right? But normally it's not really the business. It's not really the product. It's not really the school. Because at the end of the day, what we're offering is just education. And for those of you who don't know, Harvard teaches Forex. You can literally go to Harvard for a lot more money and learn the same skill set. So like if Harvard's teaching it, you know it's a real thing, right? Like so that's actually something I've used for people who are worried about it. Is Harvard teaches this. You can Google it. Harvard has Forex classes. Okay, so understand it's never the company. They just have questions. So find out what those questions are. Ask them what's holding them back if they're below an 8. Now whatever the problem is, be respectful and show empathy about it. Okay. I know depending on how much I know about that person's personal life, if I know I have quite a few people who I know say no just because they're in the business of saying no to things that could force some kind of difference or change in their life. They just like saying no. They say no to every opportunity that's brought to them, no matter what it is. I know some people like that. It's hard to, be calm and show respectful to someone who just says no to everything and never makes that change they're always talking about they want to look for. Do y'all know people like that? Someone who's always talking about how they need to do something different in their life, how they need to change, but then, they never actually make that move, or they're always talking crap about other people who are being successful and never make the move for themselves. Put a 1 in the chat. I know y'all all know somebody like that. Okay, I know you do. And so you still got to be respectful and calm with that person as well. And then what you want to do is use feel, felt, found. Okay, you want to use feel, felt, found to overcome whatever that objection is. So you want to let them know that their objection is felt. You understand where they're coming from. Okay, that you feel where they're coming from. Then you want to tell them that you felt the same way. Okay, you want to tell them that you felt the same way at some point. And often that's true. If you haven't felt the same way, you probably know someone in the business who has. So if someone's scared about money, that's common. I'm sure we've all felt something similar. When if you're worried about time was my personal biggest one. For those who don't know, I'm a teacher. I still teach, rank or not. I still teach first grade. I'm a competing martial artist. I'm working nonstop. Like I got like 4 hours of sleep a night because I do so many things. I do like 3 things, right? So I understand time was hard, but I made time when I found out how powerful this could be. I made time for it. So I'll tell my story and break down how I made time because I found that this was really worth it. Now, and you want to reach in and talk about your story and just break down with feel, let them know you feel how they feel. You felt that way too. And then how you found a way to get over it. Okay. How you found a way to get past that objection. Okay. Whatever it is. Now, if this is something that maybe you're not very good at it yet, or it didn't work that first time and they're still objecting, then you want to get them on a 3-way call and you want to get them on a conversation to talk with somebody who might, be able to speak to them and explain it to them better. Right. So you want to get them on a call with an upline, someone who has made the money or made some progress. Actually, they don't have like somebody who's seen the results and is confident in what they're saying. Right. So PS3, you've already piqued the interest, you shared the opportunity, then you want to get them on a 3-way call. Okay, now the first step of the 3-way call is you want to edify that person so you can leverage their story. Okay, so how do I break this down? So edification, it's building trust. This person doesn't know me at all. So when I get on the phone and I start talking, they don't know who I am. They don't know if they should trust me. They don't know anything about my life. So you got to let them know. And you have to know the person you're going to call, you have to know enough about them to edify them. So learn from your upline, learn from the person who got you involved, who you call for help, learn about their life, what got them involved, what drives them, right? So for me, if any of you ever end up calling me, I'm a first grade teacher. That's always a great way to start, because everyone knows you don't teach for money. You teach because you love kids and you like teaching. And that builds a lot of trust when people know that, right? So they always start off, I'm a first grade teacher. And they often say I'm a martial artist, just because a lot of people like making jokes about me being a martial artist. So they go with those two. And then they're like, yeah, man, he's someone who's been working with me. And you say that this guy's been working with me. He's been helping me throughout the process. He's been helping me with the lessons. He's been really supportive. He's a good guy. Let him know that there's somebody they can trust. Okay. And then tell him the story. Tell him he got started because of this, this, and this, and it's really benefited him. And now he's making this much money either in trading or on the business side. Right. So you want to leverage their story, because at the end of the day, facts tell, but stories sell. I could throw the facts at you all day, but stories just connect with you more. So they sell better. That's what people connect with. Right. But you also need to edify and build up the person that I'm going to be talking to. I need to know what their why is. I need to know, when you were ask them what their favorite part of the business was, or what they like the most. I need to know what that is, so I know where to aim this conversation. Okay. I need to know their worries, but I also need to know what they want to improve upon, so I can figure out how Epic can help them improve that part of their life. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to try and help people improve their lives using this platform. Okay. Again, I need people to understand it takes an average of 4 to 6 exposures for someone to get involved. This is not the type of thing where someone signs up immediately. Well, that's not true. Some people do sign up immediately, but I don't want you to get discouraged if someone doesn't say yes right away. The average person is 4 to 6 before they actually, put down the credit card and get locked in and start learning. So understand that that's okay. If you get a no, that's fine. Understand no's are a part of this business. Okay. And like I said, on a personal note, I had a friend who I told about a while ago that I was going to start trying to learn how to trade, and not interested at all in anything I was touching. And then when he saw me here with Epic, and I was telling him, my success and I was learning, his little response was, "Oh, I see you're serious about this. You've been sticking to it for quite some time now. Maybe I'll take a look." And now he signed up. Okay, now this person signed up. My martial art coach hated all this business model. He thought trading was whatever. And then he ended up, we were in a hotel together for a competition. He ended up hearing me do a presentation, a full one. And then after a little bit, he was like, you know what? I think I'm signing up. And now he's one of the most hooked in people ever. And that was probably his 5th, 6th, maybe even his 8th time hearing about it. Okay, so you got to understand this is a process. And I got no's from both of those people. I got probably 4 or 5 no's. They weren't all hard no's. So I got maybe 2 or 3 hard no's. I'm not interested. And then even as I talk about it over time, they would just like brush it aside another like 5, 6 times. Right. So if you count all those, that's a lot of no's I had to go through to get these guys in. So you can't let those kind of emotions of no's or being afraid of no's hold you back. Right. That's just part of this process. Again, as you're going through it and you are signing people, you're going to get better. You're going to get less no's. One thing I would just want to cover this last little bit, leveraging a launch list and an active candidate list. And this will help you push those who say no for right now, but they're not hard no's. So for example, if you have someone who's like, listen, man, I'm interested. This is cool. But my issue right now, man, I gotta talk to my wife. Or my issue right now, man, is I don't know. I'm not sure if I can afford it right now. I got to get some money together. Okay. Now, those are really common no's. There are ways to kind of get over those right then and there. But if you don't want to, they're not the hardest no's to get over. But if you are not good at pressure, like at not pressuring, but at getting over those yet, one of the ways you can kind of put a little bit of pressure on someone without seeming like you're pressuring them is by leveraging a launch list with your active candidate list. Now, right now we're pushing for, I believe February 15th is the setup launch date. Pretty much what we're doing is you let them know that, listen, I understand you're not ready to hop in right now. That's okay. I'm actually not really focused on getting people to sign today. I'm launching my business on February 15th. I'm doing a huge launch where I'm talking to people like you who are interested, who want to sign up, but maybe need to get their money together, might need to get a spouse's approval, whatever it is. But they're all getting put on this list. This is my launch list, right? And every single one of them, they're all gonna sign on this exact same day. And the beauty of it is, the earlier you sign on, all these other people I have to talk to have to be placed somewhere. I'm only gonna sign up 3 people under me. So if I have 10, 20 people on this launch list, they have to go somewhere. So I may end up giving people, a little bit of help starting off their business, especially those who get on this launch list early, right? So it's a beautiful setup. And I would love for you to get on it if this is something you can commit to doing on the 15th, right? You don't have to give me any money now. It's just something you think you can hop on for the 15th. And also then show them, and remember in the beginning when I told you to get that list of like 50 something people, write down everyone you know. Well, show them that list and be like, listen, I still got to go through like 50 of these people I have on this list to call and tell about the business. And at some point, these guys are going to, some of these guys are going to be interested. And so I would love for you to be able to work with them. Right. And then you literally just write out that list. Hey, now, again, you want to be super confident. You want to be extremely confident about this list because that confidence will sell it more than you knowing the product. That confidence will sell it more than you being an expert on Epic. Okay. Be confident. Okay. And everyone wants to join if they can get a good position. Right. So, and when they start signing up, it'll also create momentum. It'll create team environment. You can help them make these moves forward. Again, I don't want you to make any false promises. Don't promise somebody a certain amount of people, especially if you're not experienced and you don't know how many people you can get on your list. It's different. Like if you've done this, if you've done network marketing before and you know you're a killer, that's one thing. But don't make promises that you can't keep. Okay, so just let them know there's a possibility. You can say high possibility, but I don't ever give a number, ever. Okay, now, after I do that, I get them on that list. I'm like, great. I will keep following up with that person up until that February 15th moment. You want to let them know that this is real, that you actually expect them to put in work. So I'll send them a video on Forex. I'll send them the Candlestick Bible. I'll send them Trading in the Zone. I'll let them know they should start reading the Candlestick Bible because it will help them get ahead in their lessons in Epic. Okay. So now my pushiness is me sending them education and knowledge. It's me giving them value. That's the best kind of pushy. You can't get mad at somebody for sending you a book. You know what I mean? Like you're giving them value. That's how you're pushing them to close on that date. Right. So that's a phenomenal way to kind of set it up and do it. Again, when they are finally locked in, you want to make sure you onboard that person properly. Okay. Onboarding is extremely important. So, and that is the practice of getting them locked into the system properly. So after the 15th, you want to onboard everybody. If someone signs up before the 15th, you want to get them onboarded. Now we have our onboarding calls, but we also now have an onboarding link, which, it's not on this computer. If someone has it and can put it in the chat, that'd be great. I should have had that up. My bad. But we have an onboarding link. Give me a second. I'm trying to send it to myself so I can get it on here. That you can send to people. Is anyone? Jude, are you on your phone or computer? Okay.
Send it to my Facebook, bro.
All right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. Sent. All right. So this link is a great way to onboard people. You simply click the buttons and it will walk you through a step-by-step process to onboard someone. On top of that, we have onboarding calls that will onboard them as well. Right. So we have a system here in place to help get them locked into what we're doing. Now, once that's done and they're involved in all the chats through the onboarding links and they know what they need to do, make sure they're active. Okay. You want to call that person, not a crazy amount, but like once every 2 days for the first 2 weeks. And you want to ask them, how are you doing in the 2-week syllabus? Are you educating? Are you learning something? Good. What have you learned? Talk to them, get them excited. Great. Would you like to get on a call with me and my upline again and maybe meet some of the other guys? And we can hop on a Zoom call with everybody and maybe create a study group, create a culture, work with these people. You're all here to learn a skill set that could change lives, right? So do that. Make some friends, get them involved, have them come to training meetings, whether they're, pips and pajamas, whether it's, one of our binary options calls, get them involved with these calls that we're doing, right? Get them on the trainings. So get people locked in. All right. And Greg said 1 second for that link. Okay. So again, you also are going to want to schedule a game plan meeting with that person. So you're going to want to figure out what their long-term goals are with what we're doing. Okay. Because someone who wants to hit 10,000 a month is going to be a very different thought process and mentality than someone who's just like, I'm going to break even and just study Forex. Okay. Both of those are valid. Both of those people deserve our help, but you have to approach them differently. Right. So understand, you set that game plan, help them set up a daily setup of how they can achieve that goal, and you're good. Okay. And like I said, get them all involved in our training and our meetings. And yeah. Oh, here's another one. Fear. This one's big, and we kind of already covered it with the nose. Fear is false evidence appearing real, right? Fear is the biggest thing that holds people back from being highly successful in this business. And by fear, I mean the fear of someone saying no to you. Now, y'all know, as fearful as I'm sure at least a good number of the people on this call are of calling and talking to people, your rational mind knows that fear is ridiculous. You know it is, even though you feel it. And I understand you feel it, okay? There's a whole biological reason that Greg just posted the link in the chat, so go ahead and take that down, guys. But there's a biological reason for that fear. Human beings strive to feel accepted within our groups because of how we came from, hunter-gatherers and all that kind of stuff. There's a whole biological thing to being accepted in a group. And I understand that we are often in great fear of someone disapproving from us or saying no to us. But that is a fear that we have to learn to get over. Because at the time we live where we are right now, guys, there's nothing bad is going to happen to you just because someone said no to Epic, especially when I already went over. No's are usually, they're temporary. Give me some time. You hopping on board the team. Okay, no's can be temporary. So don't let that fear of not wanting to call someone hold you back. That fear of not picking up the phone. 1 to 2 people a day. You can make 1 or 2 phone calls a day, 1 or 2 text messages a day. Okay? To get someone to look at what we're doing. That's all you have to do. It really is that simple. When people ask what the secret is a small number that you can do every day and stay consistent with and overcome the fear. That's it. And onboarding people properly. You do that, your business will grow. Okay? Again, as we say, it's just picking up the phone and dialing. That is as simple as it is. I mean, that's as simple as it can get. That is truly the key to being successful in what we're doing, guys. So again, that is the breakdown of the blueprint. If anyone does have any questions on the blueprint, now would be a solid time to ask. If you have any questions, hold on. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, this is definitely how we're going to try and make it move from now on. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, guys, again, tonight, Greg and myself will be doing the opportunity call at 6 or in an hour. It could be 9, whatever time zone you're in. It's in 1 hour. So we'll be doing that opportunity call. So if you guys want to take a moment and reach out and call those guys, go ahead and do it. I know sometimes this call will extend to do kind of a motivational thing after. We're not actually going to be able to do that tonight. But please, guys, all you got to do is pick up the phone, start dialing, start making connections. If you're brand new, this is your first time on the call, maybe right now, up till this call, maybe call 1 or 2 people. Let them know you're excited, right? And then get out, start working on your list. Okay, start working on that list and find, it's another key, and it's the last one. I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm gonna start rambling and I'll never stop. Is to find someone, an accountability partner that can help you make sure, yeah, like Greg knows, me and Greg talk like every day. We're on each other's butts on this stuff. So make sure you have someone who you can call and who's gonna make sure that you are actually doing what you're supposed to be doing every day. Okay, and I'll put the recording on Facebook, not Facebook. Yeah, I'll make it, put it on YouTube, and I'll share it with Facebook later. And yeah, guys, so you want to go out, make sure you hit those 2 a day. Make sure you're filling out your list, and if you can, for this accountability partner, go in the Facebook groups. Ask for somebody you don't know. Make a friend. Okay. Greg and I talk to Greg more than almost anybody in this whole thing. I've never met this man in person. Okay. He has met my mom at this point. He's met my whole family. I've never met him in person because we just connected just through FaceTime or whatever. I'm at my mom's house to meet my mom, whatever. Like these guys, you make friends through this. Okay. I've met a lot of my customers. My business partner met his wife through network marketing. Right. So please, reach out to somebody for that accountability partner, maybe that you haven't, that you don't already know. Okay. So I'll put this up soon. Thank you guys. I'll probably put it up after the opportunity call because I'm going to be doing a live with Greg in a moment. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate you for taking the time out of your day, and I will see you either at the op call or at the next meeting. Bye, everyone.